Hello and welcome to this episode of HPMHobby. In this episode I'm going to talk about how to pin miniatures, especially those tricky weapons and spear shafts. In this video I'm going to show you how I pin this banner to this miniature for my samurai army. So what I want to do is put the banner in this kind of place on the miniature so it looks like a standard bearer. I need to cut it off here and here and attach them together, and obviously if you're just going to glue them together it's never going to hold, especially if you're a bit clumsy, but by adding a pin in it actually allows you to have a more secure hold. So first I'm going to cut it just above where I want to make the pin, and this basically just gives me 2 attempts at the drill because the drill is like a little difficult and tricky to do, and I'm just using a knife to shave it off to make it nice and flat. So the basic idea is to drill a hole in each element that you want to pin together and use a rod or a pin, roughly the same size as the hole, to glue in between the two, and this adds strength to the join, so it's not just 2 flat pieces trying to stick together, it is actually a whole pin going through both parts of the model, and this will make the join stronger and the model much more durable. I'm using a standard hand drill for when I'm pinning, but there's not really much more to it than just finding the midpoint of where you want the pin to go and twisting away. I actually make quite a big mistake on this attempt at pinning. I put the drill off the center of the place where I want to pin, and as a result it slips and comes out of the side, and this is quite a big danger when you're pinning, so just shows why you should give yourself an extra bit of material to give yourself a second attempt. So here I'm just clipping off what's left of the spear shaft and I'm going to start again from the top with a new pinhole. So now I've made the hole, I'm going to just slot in my pin that I'm going to use. I'm using paper clips because they're perfect for, I think it's a 2mm or 1.5mm drill bit, and then I'm going to do the exact same procedure for the banner that I want to do, just trying to find the midpoint of the pin and drill in. Just take my time, make sure that I don't go through the edges or the sides of the plastic, and just make sure that everything is nice and square. So you can see here that it wasn't quite perfect, and I went almost through the side of the banner, but it wasn't too bad that it won't work. So in goes the pin, and I'm just going to glue it on to the model. So it looks like it fits pretty nicely, and now I'm just going to glue the pin into the model itself. So just to finish off, I'm going to glue them on the base, and that should finish off the whole process. So to conclude, pinning allows stronger bonds on otherwise flimsy joins, especially these smaller banners or spears, things like that, where you really want to add like a plastic object to a metal object, something like that. Things to remember when you're doing pinning is to align the drill as close to the center of the spot where you want to have the pin. Sometimes it moves and shifts as you twist the drill, so especially with these very thin flimsy objects, it's really important to align it exactly to the center. Take your time when you're drilling, make sure that you're not going out of the side or something similar, Use the same size-ish pin to the drill bit that you're drilling the hole with. Paper clips are really good for small drill bits. I think I said I use a 1.5mm drill for most of mine. Or when you get a bit larger, you can also use brass rods. Something which is really stiff is the best. Paper clips are flimsy, but when you have these very fine small pieces, they're just fine. But I recommend brass rods. So thanks for listening to this video. If you like it, please like it, subscribe to the channel and follow for more videos like this. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you.